There's just something about being at David's Harp, kind of that warm, fuzzy kind of feeling. There's no judgment, there's just acceptance, and there's helping, and there's giving, and there's support. Anybody who is involved, whether you're a board member or a staff person or a volunteer or a student, you just get so much back. You see it on people's faces, and just being able to be a part of it is just really a gift.
So are you going to get a cupcake?
No, I'm not gonna get a cupcake.
Why aren't you going to get a cupcake?
I might get one.
I love coming to David's Harp, and I see all my friends here, and I just love coming here. It is so cool.
My first impression of David's Harp, I thought, oh my goodness, so many people can say hi.
I'm Rebecca.
Hi, I'm Samuel.
It's a home, it's a shelter, it's a recreation center, it's a clubhouse, meeting hall, a friendship center, it's an activity center, it's a place to rest and to share and to settle. David's Harp was started on Valentine's Day in 1978 in response to the high hospitalization rate for adults with severe mental illness. The pastor at Park Rose United Methodist Church and a social worker got together and said, let's create a community support center where folks can come and meet other clients, learn some skills, maybe have a meal or a snack, and make some connections. The folks that we're serving are people who are pretty isolated and for the most part don't have families or don't have a lot of family involvement. So David's Harp becomes their family.
You meet a lot of friends who are just like you. Me, I mean.
That's the only place that I have to go to get out of my home, to be comfortable and just to be myself.
So it provides a very special, a very intentional place where people can feel, can belong and in a safe environment and feel the beauty of community.
For folks who have schizophrenia, that's basically a thought disorder, and it affects a person's ability to think clearly or process information in an accurate way. The other folks that we serve there generally have bipolar disorder or depression. Those mood disorders tend to impact their emotions, basically.
On a bad day, it's like a whole new world. You don't know what's going on, you don't know what's going to happen. You just live by the moment.
It started when I was in the Army. I took amitriptyline in the service for depression. They said I was schizophrenic.
It has its highs and its lows. And when I have a high, I'll do stupid things.
Well, I used to be paranoid when I get in large groups, like everybody talking and everything. Like I thought they might be talking about me or something.
I wanted to be a scientist before I had my breakdown. I was a straight A student in the 3rd grade. When I had my breakdown in the 4th grade, I couldn't comprehend and retain stuff so hot for some reason.
You just blank. You can't think. You don't know what to do. Sometimes you don't eat, you don't sleep.
I don't want any more highs, and I don't want any more suicide attempts.
I'm totally lost, and I don't know when it's gonna happen, and it can happen anytime. But luckily, I'm around people that knows what to do.
if it wasn't for David Harp, David Harp's everything to me.
I've been working here for 8 months, which feels like years because it felt like home when I first started. I've been struggling with a diagnosis since '92. I think all my life I haven't felt normal wherever normal is. It's a struggle with sometimes I go into an environment and I'm doing okay, and sometimes that same environment becomes overwhelming.
She was just really so jazzed about the fact that she was improving and almost working full time, and now she is working full time and never really saw herself doing that, and really attributes that to the support and the structure that she gets here at David's Harp.
I reach out to people by seeing where they're at the moment, maybe if they're needing help to take care of their immediate need, and then to try to remember maybe a bit of a conversation that I might have had the day before, or what I've heard just by glancing at a conversation they might have had with another client, and then go from there. It just doesn't feel like a job. I mean, my home is really my job, because it's so nice to be able to say, I'm coming to work, but I'm really not coming to work, you know?
Celeste is here, Michelle's right here, checking in.
I don't know what I'd do with myself if I didn't have David's Harp. I'm Betty Kennedy, and I have been here since 1978 when this whole program started. And I was helping to get it off the ground. I call it work. I don't know if you can call volunteering your work or not. It's something that I enjoy doing.
What they need is what a lot of people have talent for, and that's hospitality. You know, is to just be with people and to share a meal or share some fun experiences.
Well, I think every human being deserves to be treated, with respect of some kind.
I did arts and crafts today. I made a vase.
Modern art.
These were just donated to us last week, the bowls, and I was quite surprised at how interested everyone was. I mean, all the bowls were taken up in a matter of 10 minutes, and everyone was sitting around on 2 tables actually painting.
Thank you.
That's me, and that's what life looks like. I'm looking through a colander.
And 36.
It's very important to some people to come in and play bingo. You know, I don't know that it's really the prizes that they're getting. It's more the connection, and that they're feeling like, oh wow, I did something.
Bingo. My concern now is what to do after recovery. And they say a job, so that's what I'm going to go for. It's dishwashing or a janitor or something I can do.
Do it because I want to feel more useful. I work in the kitchen from 2 to 4 times a day, unloading the dishwasher and putting the dishes away.
The outings is very important to some, because that's their only time to get out in the real world. They're excited that they can be out there in the world and nobody's judging them. We're welcomed, you know. People are like, well, you haven't been here for a few weeks, and we're going, Well, we have some new places we're going to.
The real beauty of David's Harp is that it provides an environment where folks feel supported, where they can make friends, where they feel welcomed and feel a sense of belonging.
It's just really rewarding to just see where a member comes in and they can't do something and then they leave out of here doing something that you or them thought that they couldn't do.
I trust everybody now. I figure, well, what's the world like if you can't trust someone?
If David's Harp wasn't here, I think we're talking about some really, really empty, lonely lives.
Oh, I'd be back in the hospital. I'd be back in the hospital if it wasn't for David's Harp.
We need people in our lives to be well. It's really, for most of them, the glue that helps them to maintain their psychiatric stability in the community.
The health of the community is really only as healthy, as strong as the most vulnerable links.
I'm doing much better now because of Cascadia and David Harp.
I learned that I really can have a conversation with somebody and be interesting to them more than a nobody, a blank person that's boring. I am somebody and I am fun to be around.
I don't have to be smart. I don't have to be great at anything. I can just be me here.
Oh yeah.
You ought to be in pictures.
Did Chuck come? I know. Mm-hmm. Yeah.